Welcome to my channel. I'm Phyllis from the Doll Corner, and today I want to show you a few ways of trimming some little guest towels for your bathroom to brighten it up on these cold winter days. So I just start with a little towel. I like the even smaller ones, but these are okay, but they're not the best quality of towel. I haven't been able to find a real good quality towel. I have to go looking. But make sure you wash them before you start, because they do shrink a bit, and your trim should be washed as well. Not all of it, but some of it. If you're in question, like this one, I wouldn't put it on without washing it, because I don't know, it looks like as if it might leave some color behind. But anyway, so I wash my towels, and then I will embroider a design. And I find I end up with the ones, I give these away as little Elfsters gifts and stocking stuffers and things like that. It's always nice to have a little. So if I goof on one, that's usually the one I keep. And this one, I didn't get the design right on it. So that's fine. It's still a towel. It can be used. But I wouldn't like to give it away. So I'll show you some that I have done up. This one, I embroidered the design, and then I put some trim that I had left over. Just sew it, fold the edges in and sew it down. And this is another one. It's only this one I took and I made a design with my stitches. And I sort of goofed here. So there's another one of my towels that I use. This one, I made the design pretty much the same as the last one, only I reversed the color, give a different color. Now this one, I made the design is on here. I have this, and you can just build it up. And I like to use either some double-faced tape or this is sort of like a glue, and you have to put it on and iron it. The double-faced tape I like the better of the two, because you can take it off and reline it if you don't get it quite right. But not the cheap kind that you get at the dollar store. It's great for a lot of things, but for something like this, I find when you go to sew, your needle gets clogged. Now, if you press it, that helps it. And then I've got 2 rows of that, and that's a nice row of gold trim, kind of looks nice there. And then I might like to take and just applique something on there. And you could put some gold trim around here. And there's a lot of different ways of appliquing, so I just have a single piece here just to sort of show. But that will look kind of nice in your bathroom. This is another way. You could put 2 rows of lace. And maybe a little piece of ribbon in the center. And do a little design in purple and yellow. You could even do something for Easter, like a rabbit or something along that line. And that's another way of doing it. You could, I have this piece of trim. That looks nice for a towel. Want something a little more masculine, go with something like this. Or that. I find it's a great way to use up little bits and pieces of trim. That looks kind of nice too. And you could make your design, or you wouldn't have to make a design up here. Another way of doing it is a piece of lace, gathered lace. I wouldn't put green and blue together, but just for demonstration purposes. Sew a piece of ribbon over top of it. So it gives you, just get your imagination working and see what you have amongst your scraps, and you'll be surprised. You could put a piece of fabric along there too if you were making curtains for your bathroom and you wanted to add a piece of the fabric of the curtain on your towels, would look nice. Now here's a couple I had given to me. It has little hearts and it has I love you. So you could do something like that and add a couple of little hearts, and for display on Valentine's Day. You could make another one for St. Patrick's Day and Easter and all the holidays. And this is another one I had sent to me, and it was a gift to me, and I really appreciated. It's all hand appliqued with the blanket stitch or button stitch around all the letters cut out, and sequins. Or maybe they're a little bead. They're a shiny bead, I guess. Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I guess it's a sequin. So it's all very nice. Now, I want to show you how I am putting some trim on. So just bear with me for a minute till I go over to my sewing machine. Put some more light back here. Is that? Yeah, something like that. Now what I've done with this one is I've taken a piece of lace and then I'm using this thread and I put it in my, oops, I took 3 strands and put it in my cording foot. I don't know whether you can see. My cording foot, and you run it here. And I took 3 pieces and tied them together in a little knot, just to hold them. So they, yeah. And now I use my zigzag stitch, only the one that's a triple stitch zigzag. There's 3 little stitches going one way and then it goes back, and I use what I call bobbin thread. It's almost an invisible, it's very fine, and it really it doesn't show on the back or the front. Now just stitch like this and go all the way across. And then I'll have to finish my ends off. But that's the way I do that. So if you find any of these little tips helpful, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and thanks for watching. Bye now.